Good Monday morning. We have a couple things going out today. We have this puzzle, the Last Supper puzzle. I don't know if I can do this one-handed. This puzzle, upside down. Get the idea. That puzzle. Out of this box here, we sold this Best Buddies Micro Pops binder. There's no actual pops in there. It's just the binder. And then down here, bottom here, we also sold the RF modulator from Radio Shack. We also sold this On the Front Lines DVD treasure tin from Walt Disney. John has now sold all of his. He had the full set and he really didn't want to sell them, but he was never watching them and they were just chilling out on the shelf, so he decided to sell them instead. So it's the last one that he has, but they all sold really quick from him listing them, so I guess that's a bonus. They're desired. Let's start off with the DVD tin, shall we? Started off with some bubble wrap, of course, because these are nice collector's items. Now this one is going international, so it's using the eBay International Standard Delivery. And if you remember last week, that is where I got hung up with the 2 graphic novels that I had to repackage. So hopefully this time I won't have that problem. I'll test it as I go this time. I don't want to waste anything. Though I think just a lot of bubble wrap around this should be fine, because they're pretty solid tins. So, you know, it would really have to be crushed by something heavy in order for it to be damaged. Which is always a possibility, but... So anyway, this did sell for $29.99 plus shipping. Okay, we have plenty of room because I believe this is for 2 pounds. So when we listed this, we said it was 2 pounds to give us plenty of room to package it correctly. So we don't have to worry about what happened last time. There's no way this is going to reach 2 pounds. I don't remember. We sold a whole bunch of these at one time when the Rona stuff started. And because, you know, and people were really into DVDs because they were going to be home for a while. So people were spending money on video games and DVDs. And I don't even remember what boxes I used. So I'll figure it out though. I think I'm just going to put it in a padded envelope because this is sturdy. Look at all of this bubble wrap plus a padded. It's going to be fine. My longer paddeds, then I can fold it over. Make sure it has tons of cushioning to make it there. It is going international to Canada, but it's actually not going that far from us. I think it's going closer than as if it was going to New York. So, this should make it to Canada just fine. I mean, it is protected. The Last Supper puzzle. If you watched our yard sale video from last week, you'll may recognize this as the puzzle that John got at the yard sale that I told him he better buy something or else. Because I was so tired of driving down all of these random roads to come across yard sales that were just a whole bunch of clothes, even when I told him they were just gonna be clothes. So anyway, this was one that he picked up because he had to pick up something. And this ended up selling for $29.99 with free shipping. So I guess he got his money back from that yard sale. I mean, the box is pretty sturdy, so I'm literally just putting a box in a box to ship it. There we go. Yep, it'll fit. I wasn't sure, but it will fit. And I don't think anything's really going to ruin this. It is new and sealed, so now I need to trim this just a smidge. Just a smidge. There we go. I probably don't even need to do this. I just like it better when the item fits in the box, like, as perfectly as possible. Just makes me feel better about it being protected. I don't know if it does. I don't know if it matters, but less crush space, the better. There we go. I'll trim off the excess. There we go. There's that. Now I'll just trim along. I don't know if you can see that. I have like a little lip here. Shipping, I definitely would, especially like heavier items, I definitely look into regional rate. It's a great way to bridge the gap between regular priority and flat rate priority. Because, you know, flat rate can be rather expensive, but the regional rates really kind of help break that up so you have more options. That's for sure. Oh, I don't need to write down how much that weighs because regional rate can go can't be any heavier than 15 pounds. So, and this isn't even 3. So we're all set. This is the puzzle and it's ready to go. All right, the next one I'm going to do is an easy one. It's going to be the RF modulator. This equips your TV with an AV input. Obviously, this is one of those devices that, you know, you have to wait for the correct person to need it. Not a lot of people are going to need these types of devices currently, where everything is HDMI now. But if you have old gaming consoles and whatnot, one of these come in quite handy. So let's package this up so it'll fit in my little 8x6x4 box here. So it should fit perfectly in there, and it does. Nice. So I'll trim down the sides of this box so that we don't have extra weight that we don't need. We'll wrap it up real quick to give it a little protection in the mail in case some, whoops, sorry. Sorry, I hit you. In case something hits it in the mail, like I just hit you. So we'll wrap this up. I don't know if it needs, I mean, usually these things are pretty sturdy. I mean, old equipment like this was built to last, you know, not fragile like the stuff that we have today, because it knew it was going to be falling off shelves and getting hit and pulled and all that stuff. So you can't have too much on the edges because it's going to be, I only have about a ½ inch to play with. That might be too much. We'll see. Tight. There we go. Perfect. Perfectly fits. All right, so now I'm just going to trim down the sides in here to the top of the modulator. Now, since the item is tightly in there and it is safe, I should be able to bend these without too much issue. There we go. Now I'm going to trim this and trim this. There we go. And then now we have the big sides here. Fold that down. Fold that down. And then I'm gonna trim that. Now I have my line I can follow. I don't cut too deep because I don't want to cut into the product, you know? There we go. Now, take that right up. And it is ready to go. Let's see. I had 1 pound and 6 ounces estimated. What do I have? 1 pound and 2 ounces, so I'm pretty good. I like to add 1 ounce if I have to, like if I have wiggle room, because sometimes the scales aren't always exactly the same, and I don't want the customer to have to pay shipping on something they've already paid shipping on, you know? So this is the last item, this Best Buddies Micro Pops, and it is a binder that you put pops in, and it is extremely fragile. It doesn't weigh anything though. I mean, it's really light, but it's gonna have to go in a box because this thing will get crushed in a heartbeat. It's just cardboard. So I need to figure out something that'll fit in. So I have this toy box here that is actually really good quality. I'm going to flip it inside out because the inside's normal cardboard and I have to trim it a little. But this should, let's see, it fits in there nicely and there won't be a lot of waste because you can kind of see it doesn't go down that far. So I'm going to flip this box inside out and use this. And that will save this from going to the dump. It'll give it one more usage at least. And it should fit our box well. So what you do, you just separate it at its seam here. Boom. A letter opener works great for that, by the way. Anyway, so here's the box now. And we're gonna fold them all back this way. Okay. Right along the side here. And then line it back up to where it was. And re-tape it. And then of course I add more tape as I go, but that kind of re-glues the side back together. Kind of. That one right there. Do the same thing, but it gives you your box shape back. There we go. And now we've turned a My Little Pony toy box into a shipping box. I mean, talk about reusing. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this with one layer. Like this. sides. Then we'll see how much padding we need. Oops. And we'll see how much padding we need to add in here to keep this thing safe. It's not going very far. It's only going a couple states, so it's probably going to only hit maybe two distribution centers at the most. It's only going like one state over practically, so it's not going very far. And Maine has one distribution center, and then it's probably just going to hit one other. So it's not going to hit too many other boxes other than in transit. There's that. I'm going to slide this in here. Okay, and then I'm going to put padding on both. I'm going to put padding in both ends. Now, I don't have a lot of padding because I forgot to buy some, but I do have my shipping labels, and I use shipping labels as paper. But you can't see when I'm doing stuff like right here. So I gotta fix that. Okay. All right, so now I still have room. So I'm going to use some air. I'm gonna use an air bubble. Fit two little air pouches. You know, I wish I didn't tape up the other side now. I could have used an air pouch on the other side too. Okay. And then I just want to do a couple along the sides where I took the box apart and put it back together again. There we go. Perfect. There we go, and this box is all set. Let's see how much it weighs. Oh, it's still under a pound. It's only 13 ounces. That's awesome. I didn't know for sure if it was going to be under a pound, but I knew that it wasn't going to cost too much just to go to the next state over. So awesome. We did sell 2 other items, but we took offers on them late last night, so I'm not sure when the payment will be coming through. So if we get paid for those, then I will add them in right here. Or maybe they'll be tomorrow, or maybe they won't be paid at all. We'll just have to wait and see. So a quick little update. That Radio Shack RF modulator doohickey that I made the box for, it is actually less expensive if I ship it in a padded flat rate envelope. So that box fits right in there. So I'm going to zip this up, and it's going to go flat rate priority to the buyer. Good morning. It is Tuesday. I have not had my coffee yet, and I'm exhausted. But we are here to ship out 2 items. We sold this Loki and the Pickles to Penguins board game that we didn't think we would sell because there's a gazillion of these online, and we really didn't think that it was going to sell anytime soon. We thought that we'd probably end up just putting it in our own yard sale next year, but no, it sold, so that's awesome. So let's pack these guys up. Now Loki here will fit in a box pretty easily. So Loki sold for $15 plus shipping, and he is going first class shipping, so we'll just tape up a box here. Wrap him up in a bunch of bubble wrap because he's a bobblehead. So what I'm going to do is wrap his body first. I don't want to stretch his spring out because we don't have boxes. This is one from my own personal collection. So when I was collecting Funkos, I did not keep the boxes because I wanted them on my shelf. So we have a bunch of Funkos with no boxes. So there's that. So now it'll keep the head and the body nice and secure. And then we'll take more bubble wrap and wrap the Funko up. So it is nice and protected. Don't worry, all of this little scrap stuff that I cut off, I keep. I don't waste it. I don't waste it at all. Leave it off to the side because there'll be something somewhere down the road that I'll just need like little scrap pieces for filler or whatnot. And the bubble wrap works well because it is lightweight and it protects stuff. So there we go. There, and he fits in there perfectly fine. Maybe two. There we go. There. Now there's air pockets in there, bubble wrap, and it is nice and light. And Loki can make it to his new home safe and sound. Now, Pickles to Penguins. This is going to be heavy. It's $10.57 for it to go regional rate. $12.32 not regional rate. So regional rate for the win. Let's find my regional rate boxes. Here we go. See if that'll fit in here. It will. So, you'll slide this right in here. It's a tight fit, but this is a very sturdy box. The Pickles to Penguin box is very, very sturdy. So, I'm not worried about this at all. There we go. I'll push that down to the bottom so you can see how much is left over, which is not a lot. So I'm just going to do my trick of cutting down the sides. And then I'm going to cut off this flap right here. Okay, and then I can flop these down, flop that down, pull this back, and I can cover it this side right like that. And it does cover the regional rate when I do that to the box, but it's on both sides, so you don't have to worry. Now I'll just tape the top. There we go. And Pickles to Penguins to the post office. Good morning. I am tired this morning again. We have two things to pull out from the closet here. We have hot tub, time machine, and candles. These are corn designed candles, perfect for the fall holidays coming up. And we are also shipping out these tech deck cases that have some skateboards in there. So we have 3 things to package up today. This will be the quickest and the easiest. We have Hot Tub Time Machine DVD, and this sold for $7.99 with free media mail shipping. We'll just slide this right in here, and that will be good to go. Quick and easy this morning. So yesterday we had excitement around here. We had a tornado warning, and we live in Maine, and that kind of stuff is a little abnormal. I mean, we do have them. They're not very strong, but it did knock our power out for 6 hours. I mean, granted, having power out for 6 hours is nothing compared to what people with real tornadoes go through, but it did throw our evening off a bit. We had a rambunctious 7-year-old who didn't know what was going on. He does not like having the power out. He cannot watch YouTube nor play video games, so he wasn't happy about that. Okay, I'm gonna resize one of these. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut down the middle of this box flap here. I try to go relatively close as I can. Fold it over. This. There we go. It'll fit perfectly. I was hoping I could just use a box I already had, but it didn't work. I always try to do that first instead of having to Frankenbox, as they call it. Resize, reshape, redo the boxes, but it doesn't always happen. We sell some weird shaped objects and some things that they don't quite fit into the normal boxes. And it's not very cost effective to have 5,000 different size boxes lying around. So, packing paper doesn't stick to parchment paper, by the way. Just so you know. I tried to close these up and protect them, and because they're individually wrapped in there, and I wrap them in parchment paper. Nothing sticks to that. There we go. Put some of that plastic wrap in here. This is actually bubbles, air bubbles. These are actually air bubbles from another package, but they got popped, so it's just like random plastic. So I'll put those in here with these candles. The plastic wrap give it one more use before it goes into the trash. There we go. Now the candles are nice and safe in there. Now we'll just package up these top deck skateboards. They're going priority, so I can use a priority box for that. Just a regular priority box should work just fine. I don't know if I have any regular priority boxes. I need to get some, I guess. Yeah, I only got 2. I need to order some. I'm gonna have to do some orders on the USPS store. I thought I didn't know I was so low. these are all free boxes that you can order on the USPS website. Priority shipping boxes. Just go right on there and order them. They'll ship them right to you. Doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to pay for shipping. You don't have to pay for the boxes. But you do have to use the boxes for priority mail. You can't use them for some other service and cover them with like brown paper or whatever. But I love these priority boxes. I think they're great. I use them all the time. They're good sizes. They have envelopes, they have boxes, they have poster tubes, a whole bunch of stuff. I mainly just get these ones, the 1097s boxes, and then the regional rates that are the same box. And then I get the padded envelopes. That's pretty much all I get. But every once in a while, I'll get something else. Not often, though. Those three things usually are all I need. See these extra pieces of bubble wrap that I had the other day left over? So you just have a little bit of a gap here where the tape would touch the boxes, the tape deck boxes. So I'll just put in a little piece of that extra bubble wrap and protects the case, and I can still tape it all shut. So now we'll slide this right in here. And then I'm probably going to shorten this box a little bit. Okay. Do this side. So as long as these are going priority still, you can change the size of these. You can change the shape and the size of these boxes. And it's fine, as long as they still go priority. So, that's why it's okay that I'm doing this. I'm going to put a little bit of packing paper on the top because this has a handle right here, so there's empty space down here. I don't have a lot of packing paper. I guess it's going to be bubble wrap because I still have not bought any packing paper. So put bubble wrap here, bubble wrap here. I prefer paper, but I'll use bubble wrap if that's all I have. Like that. Then, come on. Fold that over like that. This. There we go. Nice, nice and pretty priority box. Here we go. There. All packaged up. All right, I'm going to print off my labels and put them out for the mail. Right, it is Friday, and I only have one thing going out today, and it is this Teletubbies album. We really didn't think that this was going to sell at all. We just put this online. It sold for $5.99 with free shipping. There's like a gazillion of these online. We didn't think it was gonna sell, but this does have a lenticular cover. Maybe that's more rare. I don't really know, but this is all we have going out. So we're gonna package this up, put it at the post office today. Okay, and there we go. I'm gonna print my label and put this in the mailbox.